So next interview questions or next concept in testng is like parameters. Okay, in interview or in real time, we can pass the parameter in two different ways. One is like using the testng parameters. Okay, other one is by testng data providers. But in the session, we'll see now how we can just pass the parameter with the help of the keyword parameters. Okay, the thing is like when you see my syntax, if you want to pass the parameters, how you can do is in the XML after the test tag before the class tag, just you will have to include the parameter. Okay, parameter name would be a user ID, browser name, password, URL, anything. Value is your actual value. Okay, once you're done with that, okay, in which class you want to include the parameter, you'll just do the mapping here in the XML. Okay, also when you go to the dot class in the at the rate test, next to just at the rate test, you'll include the at the rate parameters. Here inside this you'll include your user ID, password, URL, whichever the parameters you want to read, you will take it here. Okay, just we'll see in our program now how we can do this. Okay, I'll just create one class stating that parameter batch 15 test. Okay, I've created my testng class will not have any main method. My class has got created. Okay, I'll just create here at the rate test. Okay, at the rate test is there. Okay, and public void. Okay, void some method is there like login. Just take it as a login method. Okay, this method I'm using to log in. Here if I'm logging in, so I need my user ID and password, right? Okay, I want to read my user ID and password. Here I want my string user ID comma string pwd, string user ID and string password I need. But I want to read my user ID and password that is from .xml. Okay, if I want to create my XML, I'll just right click, convert to testng test. Okay, I'll just do finish. Okay, the name already exists. So what I'll do is testng.xml, right? Name is already exists. Okay, what I'll do is I'll just create one more because it was just overriding that one. So it created like that. Testng convert to testng. I'll give it as testng para. Just I'll give it as a testng para. Okay. Remember you .xml file, whatever you have given, do finish. I had given testng para.xml. Now I want to include only this test case, right? I'll just remove rest of all the test cases as of now. Okay, as I told you, my syntax says I need to include my parameters just after my test tag, before my class tag. Okay, I'll just go ahead and include it over there. Done. My user ID is anyways Rekha for SpiceJet, any URL. Okay, I'm trying to log into some URL. I just think that my user ID is this and my password value is this. Okay, and I'm mapping these parameters to, okay, to this class. Okay, where is this class? This class I have it here, right? Now I did the in XML I just mapped my class. Now in dot class I'll have to map my XML. Okay, so inside this I'll just read the values. User ID. Okay, one was user ID, right? I should read now as it is, however, is there here, the keyboard. If some spelling is wrong, it will not read the value. Okay, double quote. Okay, I have taken the value, then comma, then password, right? I'll just go to this and I'll copy it as it is. Okay, then double quote, value. Done, right? I'll just close this bracket. Then I have read my user ID and password. Okay, so it is showing an error. I'll have to, okay, Okay. So it is just showing the error, convert into testng. Okay, let me just see my syntax. Once I come here inside the braces, user ID, comma, password. So it is like parameters. So I have read something wrong that was not belong to testng. That annotations I have read. Import testng annotations in parameters. Okay, I would have read something like G commander something else I have read, so it was not taking it. Okay, I have imported. Now I have read my user ID password. Same user ID password, it is coming here, right, to my login. So what I'll do is system.out the user ID is okay here here plus user ID, right? Okay. In the same way, I'll just try to print my password. Okay. I'll just try to print my password. Done. Now, I'll just try to run this, whether it will be able to read from there or not. Okay. So I have executed. Okay. Now, parameter I'm passing from XML, right? I'll have to run from XML, run as testng suite. Okay. You can see here, user ID is Rekha. Okay. I'll just make it as a password. Okay, and now I'll just run this from the XML because I'm mapping from XML to dot class, so I'll have to execute from dot XML. All right, now I can read my user ID and password. Here, in the same way, if you want to read any other data tomorrow, okay, you can pass anything as a name and value. If you just pass, you can read it in your dot class, and you can use it for your login, logout features, any other features, you can use it. Okay, this is all about the parameters. If you like my video, please do like it and please do subscribe my channel for the future upcoming videos. Thank you.